season, My Hero Academia also try. Manga, anime, news, and more. Also try.
Hello and welcome to episode 127 of the My Hero Academia podcast. I'm Kendra, and today with me, as per usual, I have Gary!
Hey, everybody.
Yay. And we have two guests joining us today. We have the great, the spectacular wrestler extraordinaire. I don't know what that turned into. Benjamin Banks!
Yo, I am here!
Yay! And also, storyboard extraordinaire, Mike Patten. Woo!
Hey, everybody, I'm also here.
Yay. Yes. It just makes me think of, like, everyone cosplaying as All Might and being like, I am here! And, like, everyone keeps doing the same joke.
I'm there.
Yeah. He's over
I
there.
am everywhere.
Yeah. And there isn't a super lot of news, but Banks, do you want to start us off with the author's comment?
Yes, I will be glad to do that. The author's comment for this week is, it suddenly got cold, so I started playing Syrup 16G. I like listening to it when the temperature drops. Now, when I first heard Syrup 16G, I thought it was actually syrup at 16 gravity, but then I looked it up and it's actually an alternative rock band from Tokyo, Japan. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was a video game that I'd like to play when it was cold. But
I think I just missed the author's comment this week.
I only look it up for this, really. Otherwise, I don't know.
Okay. I usually like it.
And
A little look inside that head.
and I have some old news that I just like. That Funimation is partnering up with FYE again to do a Japan crate, and this time it is Plus Ultra cereal, and it's literally just All Might on the cover of, like, cereal.
Yeah, just imagine all of that in the past tense.
Yeah. I think you can still get it. It's still available.
It's new to us.
Advertising.
For $12.99.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Plus
Yeah, I know
shipping.
Plus shipping, dang. I know
That's
James
almost as
mentioned that.
much as, like a Blu-ray copy of Heroes Rising.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like, I'm not a fan of buying cereal that costs over $3. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. I mean, I get getting it as a collectible and then, like, never opening it, like when the New Day cereal came out, the Bootios, like getting that, just keeping it as a collectible, but to actually go out of your way and pay $12 for some cereal and then eat it, all you're going to do is just throw the box away. But some people might keep the box, but still.
Yeah, I feel like you're really getting it for the box, if anything.
Yeah.
So it's like you're paying for like a $12 box. My brother has some like framed cereal boxes of John Cena's like Fruity Pebbles boxes. So those are always fun to look at when I go home.
I just like it because it feels very much like what All Might would do, like, in series. He's probably... Actually, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. He has a lot of merch, so...
He
must
does.
have series
Have you guys ever discussed, like, how much do you think All Might's worth?
Oh, no.
He's gotta have, like, a huge net worth.
You know, honestly, I don't know. Like, I think he might be poor. No, he can't because he has really nice suits. I don't know. Like, cause I'm thinking about Spider-Man right now and it's like Peter Parker, like his net worth is not that much because if he was to tell anybody what his real name was, he wouldn't be able to deposit that money and then people would go and kill Aunt May. So
that is true. But I don't think All Might has that same exact problem because he does have his own agency like set up. So that's gotta be like, I gotta imagine that you have to go through like business permits to get that. So I don't know.
I would say maybe he donates a lot of it to charity would be my hope.
I was gonna think that too,
yeah. Because I think
feel like Midoriya is gonna inherit like a lot of it, and his mom's gonna be on Easy Street. And isn't that what everybody wants?
Yes. I thought you were gonna say she's gonna like faint from excitement.
No, she'll dehydrate from crying.
What if it's like the Joe Stars, where it's like every user of One for All like the original brother, like what if he was like a billionaire and then like once he passed on the quirk to the next user, it's like they inherited his money and then the money just keeps on piling up because you got to remember, they said that like not all of the users of One for All lived that long because All for One killed them. So sure that money just kept on piling up and piling it up. And it's probably in the billions now.
The real purse of One for All is the bank account. I like that idea because the interest would be good. But I think Gary was going to say something.
Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot my second thought. Oh, yeah, we've never really seen All Might's home life, which is kind of interesting. I'd like to. That'd be cool.
We just saw his...
small. Like,
we just saw his agency a little bit in Vigilantes, I think, because we saw him, like, meet his best friend. And he kind of, like, hid from the workers at his agency, basically.
Yeah.
So
that's actually what I'm pulling from in this, like, example, for sure.
He seems
as you know,
private,
I'm a
of course.
big Vigilantes fan.
Woo! And I think there was something where he moved agencies or something. That might have been also Vigilantes. I need to reread Vigilantes.
Oh, hey,
okay,
you know what? I feel that.
Yeah. But, yeah, sorry, I went down a little rabbit hole there.
For like $12.99, James had said in the chat that like there better be marshmallows. But I was thinking, you better get One for All from eating that cereal.
Oh,
so what? It's full of hair?
Yeah, well, it better be some DNA in there.
You can't do like a health
guess you would
complaint. It's
hope
like
for
designed. Yeah, could you give it away multiple times? Or I think it'll probably just be the first person who ate
It would
it.
probably be the first person.
Devil fruit rules.
I was about to say it's probably going off of Devil Fruit rules.
Yeah, because he had like the residuals, but like it had left him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like rated army with unwilling children with theory.
Obviously not today, but let's just do an episode of just like theories like this.
Yeah, crack theory.
I'm looking at the back of the cereal box and like there's this very hard ass maze on the back, and
cool.
I wonder if you beat the maze, do you get One for All?
If you beat the maze, you have to fight All for One.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to figure out these. I guess you are supposed to follow the white line. I was thinking you're supposed to go along the blue, and I was like, what the fuck? You can't get...
Is it cheating if like you start the maze from the finish and then go all the way to the start? Is that cheating?
No, it's just another way of doing it. Jesus huge.
That's what she said.
QAH.
Oh my god. I'm like trying to do it now. It's just, I would buy it just for the maze. But basically, you guys, if you want to buy a big All Might picture, buy it and throw out the cereal. Or send the cereal to me for free. I'll eat it and let you know how it tastes. Sounds like a plan. But in actual not year-old news, Gary, what's happening in One Justice 2?
We just got the announcement that Kendo from Class 1B is a DLC character. She's not quite out yet. She's announced.
Her big hands are going to come out and whoop them.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah. Like, I want to slap some people up.
Yes. Oh, it makes me happy. Makes me look forward to, like, no one else from 1B is in it, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I feel like we will probably get more considering that the next anime arc is going to be joint training. So there's a possibility.
I really want Tetsu.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's cheap. They can just do a recolor of Kirishima. But, and also before that, we have to celebrate the birthday of the one, the only, Tokoyami. His birthday is October 30th. For some reason, his mom was like, actually, no, I'm not going to wait until October 31st.
I don't blame her. That's asking a lot. That's asking a lot for a gag.
Yeah. I was thinking of, Rouge from One Piece, which is like, she holding it that long, just like the year number.
We better learn fucking more about her. Like, nobody holds in a baby for like 20 months to just have no more backstory.
Oh god. I was thinking that because Tokoyami's birthday is on October 30th, and his shadow's birthday is on October 31st, because it follows after.
Oh, there you go.
If I had to give birth twice, and like, I'd be mad. Maybe he was born at like 11, and then.
Hey, do you think he was born, or do you think he hatched out of like an egg?
What? Okay.
People egg.
Just had this talk last night.
All right,
okay,
let's have it again.
Do you think that Tokoyami's parents are both crows, and the dad slept with a human, or the mom slept with a human, and then they ended up having a human/crow baby? Like, cause it's like, I need to know this. Or do you think that they're both crows, and because of the mutation, he was a human/crow?
I think it would be funny to see like a little quick comic where it's his home life, and you just see him, and he goes home, and both of his parents are just like really small crows, and it's like at a dinner table or something, and they're all just like eating and like regurgitating it into his mouth.
Ah, that's so nasty. I just think
Hey, that's how birds do, man.
I know. I mean,
Take it up with the birds, Banks. Take it up with the birds, not me.
But now that I think about it, like, have we ever seen Tokoyami eat anything on the show or in the manga?
I think
so.
you get like you see his bedroom. I think like his home bedroom when All Might is fighting All for One. I think you have like a panel of his home life.
I would say maybe like one of his parents has like a bird body but a human head or something.
That's funny. I like that.
Or because I like the idea of it showing the two crows and it pans and it's actually just like two normal people or something.
Oh,
They have pet birds and their son is a bird man.
I would love to see what Tokoyami looks like with like a human head.
What if that he's wearing a mask?
Well, I'm happy for him because everybody should be. Sorry, guys. I'm in a bad joke mood tonight.
That would be like the biggest twist of all time if he just like takes off all the time he was actually just had a human head.
Yeah, I would be flabbergasted. I was trying to think of a big word to use. I would be flabbergasted.
But Gary just shared one of his older comics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that was one I did a while ago where Tokoyami's like at the food court with his like little cousins and he regurgitates for him and Ochiko is just like, what?
That's really fun.
I just wonder, does he have a cloaca?
I mean, he's gotta.
Wait, does he have a what?
Cloaca, it's like the bird thing where they like poop and lay eggs out of it.
Yeah.
And have sex.
Well,
but,
his like body is human though.
Yeah, so probably not. But
Can I tell you guys one more thing about birds, and then we could change the subject for the rest of the show? When I was in high school, I raised ducks, so I had like 9 pet ducks that I used to like take on walks and stuff, and they were very cool. But when I was doing my research on them, like a big thing that I kept saying, and that like my family and I kept saying was, you know, ducks don't have sphincter muscles, so you can't train it to be house trained. So I kept on like touting off that fact for whatever reason, just telling like my family that, hey, you know, ducks they can't hold in their poop, so they gotta live outside. So just I don't know why that's fresh in my brain, and now you guys have to hear about it. And
Tokoyami just walks around and poops all the time. He wears diapers. Bird diapers.
Or do you think that like when he has to poop, do you think he gets in a tree and then like he poops?
I hope so. I think that his, you know what? I don't want to continue this conversation.
Okay, sorry, but the other news would be that Tokoyami has some new things in One Justice 2 where he gets some camo, boring outfit of all time, and there's some skulls floating around him. I hate their birthday outfits in that game. They're boring, boring, boring.
And it's like, the guys should get cheerleader outfits too, that's all I want.
Oh god.
Yes! Just us. Are we ready? Do we have any other fun bird facts before we move on?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. I wouldn't call any of the previous ones fun.
No.
Just kidding.
I like the fact that Mike was a duck father.
I will tell you one thing about that. My most common, like, stress dream as an adult is that I still have my ducks and that I have neglected them for, like, 16 years.
Oh,
no. So they're always mad at me.
No!
That's my number one stress dream, aside from, like, all my teeth falling out. And when they cross over, it's a nightmare.
The ducks take the teeth.
Yeah.
Ducks with teeth. Ugh.
That's what
Like that
the
Rugrats episode.
I have one last thing to say, and then we can move on. So everybody that knows me, that listens to the episodes that your boy Benjamin Banks is on, knows that I hate Coda with a passion. And so I was playing Among Us with one of my friends, and my name is Deku up there. So like usually when I create a lobby, people will join and they'll use My Hero Academia names. So everybody was joining. We got to like 10 people, and then like Coda joined, and I'm just like, oh hell no. Nah. So as soon as I saw him join, I kicked him instantly because I was not playing Among Us with Coda in the party. But then somebody was just like, well, if you were the imposter, then you would have had the opportunity to kill him. And I was just like, yeah, that's true, but there's only like a 1 in a million chance that you're going to be the imposter. And imagine if Coda was the imposter and he killed me. Do you know how pissed I would have been if motherfucking Coda, I'm sorry for my language, but if Coda would have killed me, like, I hate Coda with a passion. Like,
I feel like we all would have felt
fulfilled the prophecy. He would be the traitor in the game. Or sorry, in like the series, maybe.
It's either him or Hagakure. That's who it is.
I don't think it's either. I don't think it's anybody. I just still don't think that it's anybody.
It has to be, like,
somebody
knew someone knew where the training camp was. How else would they have gotten there?
They'll find. There's a different way. I don't know. I feel like it's a thread that, like, got dropped for so long that to, like, spring out that it's somebody that's, like, not in the core, like, 5 people at this point would be so disappointing.
But, anyways, poor Coda. And, let's go into 289.
So the title of the chapter is Miss Candid and Miss Shut-Away, and like the main, what I think of is like Miss Independent, Miss Self-Sufficient. I don't know. That's what I thought of. It starts out with Nijiri and Ida, and it says shortly after deploying to stop Gigantomachia, Nijiri says, "Hey, Ingenium, why'd you come with us again?" And he's like running in the background. But I want to point out there's like these like 2 shark surfboard thing like heroes that are like riding these like shark surfboards that are like flying. And you get like a better shot like below and then in the bottom.
I love that.
This is amazing. Like I didn't notice until now, and that's like I'm like, what? There's 2 of them. That's pretty cool. I want that to be like the new main characters or something. I want Deku to get like killed off, and then these to be the main characters.
The surfers have allied with the sharks.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You think they're related? They have the same quirk? Or he's just like, actually, you can ride on my surfboard too.
I really want.
Are they real sharks? So can Coda like talk to them?
It's left shark,
Sorry,
right shark, that's for sure too.
No, you're fine.
What was I gonna say? Like, I really want like twin heroes too. That would be cool. So I wonder if they are. Maybe not. Okay, so.
Oh, one more thing. Is the guy beside Nijiri in kind of the flashback, is that the guy who was at the hospital later? Like X-Ray Man? Like Rayman? Or is this a different guy with the cape?
No, that's somebody else. I think you mean like the Cyclops guy?
Yeah, but this guy has 2 eyes.
Cyclops guy. His name was, but yeah, it's a different guy.
Yeah,
this guy kind of reminds me of Vision.
Yeah,
I thought that the Cyclops guy got, like, killed, but maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
He did.
Okay. I have to, like, reread this whole arc, because it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Who did he save?
Pardon, Banks?
Who did the Cyclops guy save? Like, didn't he sacrifice himself to save somebody?
Oh, Eraserhead, maybe?
Possible.
Girl, it was, the dragon girl. I'm mad I can't remember her name.
Ryukyu?
Yukio, yes. I believe so.
Well, all I remember is that he, like, messed with Shigaraki, like, when he shouldn't have. I don't know, something like that.
And Shigaraki stole his cape.
Yes.
Yeah.
And looked very cool.
But, sorry, we got barely anywhere.
We're getting railed, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Sorry.
this hero, this, like, the vision-looking guy, he says to Najiri, and the surfboard shark guys, or girls, whatever they are, I'm trusting those of you who can fly to pass on the message. Get word to the heroes fighting near the hospital. And then Ingenium says, I will accompany them. And then, I don't know who says it, but I think it's I don't know who it is, but they're like, but you can't fly. Oh, whoa, he's fast. So then we have Ingenium, and he's like, I am fully prepared to accept punishment for violating orders, but 3 of my classmates ran off and haven't returned, and 2 of them taught me a valuable lesson. They're my dear friend.
It's like, fuck Bakugo.
Yeah, it's like, now, he's like forgetting. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and he's like,
and 2 of them are my good friends.
he didn't learn anything about like running off those couple times, you know? So that's kind of cool. He's like a rebel now. Okay, so then we go back to the fight with Shigaraki, and we have people are floating in the air, falling. That's Bakugo and Deku, I think.
Shiggy.
Yes, Shigaraki and Deku.
Oh, it is? Cause, well,
No, that's Bakugo and
yeah.
Deku, because Shigaraki's on his, like, Dr. Octopus tendrils.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Todoroki is like rescuing both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they hit the ground with a thud. It wasn't fast enough to like create a platform with ice or anything. But yeah. Okay.
That would
So
have
then
been
he's like,
smarter. Instead, he just like, I'll catch you with my limbs.
yeah.
And his back. He's holding Deku on his back.
Yeah, it looks like he's propelling himself with fire too.
He's
so that's
propelling himself with one foot, and Endeavor's picking up the slack, because his other foot is holding Deku up.
Oh, I'm trying is Bakugo, oh no, Bakugo I don't think is able to really blast with one hand or anything.
I think Bakugo's, like, knocked out.
Yeah, he's not there. I just like the being grabbed by his foot. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, I like this panel a lot.
Okay, so then Todoroki says, Bakugo, Midoriya, Endeavor. Ah, they're still alive. And they're doing science, and they're still alive. Anyway. Todoroki says, hang in there while I administer first aid. He's like gonna like do mouth to mouth or something. I don't know. So then there's like a Kirk noise, and Todoroki looks back. Endeavor and Midoriya are like rising up, and they see Shiggy is all spidery with the cyber tendrils or whatever they are, and like standing up with them. He's like, this is All For One speaking in his head. He says, Tomura, no, you must retreat. And Shiggy says, you're not the boss of me. And we get a big blast of like wavy, curly spirals, and it is Najiri joining the battle. And it looks like she does some damage to the cyber claws.
Go, Najiri, go!
Oh, yeah.
They're chipping away a little bit. Yeah, he's still standing though. And we get Todoroki Endeavor's reaction, and then Ingenium is there as well, Ida. And
He does a
Najiri
quick little
says,
dab.
Yeah, and he's dabbing. And Najiri says, everyone! And then Ida says, a gigantic villain is making his way here. We've informed the heroes fighting the Nomu over there. And Manuel's like, Ida! And Todoroki says, get Midoriya and the others out of here. And then Ida says, now I can see why you all didn't return promptly. And then we see Manuel and a couple heroes that he's helping out. See Najiri looking on, and then she like gets like pouty face angry. And I don't know if there's a solution to that, but
Yeah, that was I was a little annoyed too. That like I hope there's something maybe next chapter. But she does see Ryukyu and she's injured, so she's mad.
Right.
I really like the pouty face.
Yeah, it looks like they're just setting something up for a future fight.
Oh, it's Gran Torino he's carrying.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
It looks
Swaddled up
carrying-
like a little baby.
Yeah, I was like, who's this baby man?
It's Baby Yoda.
God.
Oh my god, Gran Torino as Baby Yoda is amazing.
Baby Torino.
I can't wait for that line to come out.
Yeah.
Those toys.
There's so many Baby Yoda merchandise. Okay, so then Midoriya is like kind of getting up, kind of not. He's like resting on his arms, and he says, "I have to stay near Shigaraki. He's still coming after me, so just take Kacchan and Endeavor." And Todoroki says, "His healing has slowed down. He's seriously weakened, Heido." And Shigaraki says, "So many little maggots crawling around."
Oh, and I just want to say, because I had to look it up, Heido is Nijiri. That's what I was really silly, and I was like, who is Heido? What's happening?
I had to read through Caleb Cook's notes, and well, I mean, I'd read through them anyway, and what he explained that, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know why I forgot about that, but okay.
Alright, so then we get to page 6 where we continue seeing the fight between Toga and Uraraka. And Uraraka says, "Sorry, but I'm way stronger than last time." And then Uraraka, it looks like she's just, what is she doing in that image?
A barrel roll.
It looks like ground. Or she's like, there's a lot going on. Like, it looks like she's spinning in the air or something like that. And, Toga it says float, so she's floating with her knife in her hand. And then,
oh no, it's just the
no,
clothes.
she's just floating her, sweatshirt, her
Which
sweater.
would be disconcerting a little bit, because it's kind of like Best Jeanist controlling your clothes a little bit. It maybe it's pulling you up a little bit.
From what I got out of it, that panel above where everything is kind of doing that barrel roll, she goes to tap Toga and just hits her sweater.
Oh no, she got her last chapter. Because last chapter she pinned her, and I was like, why is she not floating? But it's because she just touched the sleeves.
I see,
her.
my mistake.
But no, it's a bit it is a little. Because you think if you threw her, you'd be able to get. But I guess she's literally just throwing her arms.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I also didn't reread the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was 2 weeks ago when we read it, and that was one of the things that we were talking about, because it's she had one hand touching her, and then the other hand was, I think, protecting her from getting sliced open on the neck, I believe. Something like that. Okay, so yeah, her clothes her sweater is floating, and then it goes to Uraraka talking in her head saying, "I need to make direct contact without getting my blood sucked or wasting too much time. There's gotta be a way." And then it goes to Toga. She's in a bedroom, and she says, "Listen, Ochako, when I think about the people I love, it makes me want to become them. This desire to take all their blood for myself gushes up till I just can't stand it. I get all emotional just thinking about it. That's how I am." And then it shows Ochako and Toga fighting again, and it looks like Ochako, she's on the ground and she just dashes at Toga. And then Toga says, "But other people aren't like that." And then it looks like, Ochako is evading Toga's, stab. And then Toga says, "It's so hard for me to live like this. This one nasty lady said my normal was sad and miserable. And then guess what? She tried to kill me. I did, Ochako. I used your blood and your quirk to drop her from way up high. Drinking the blood of someone I love gives me their quirk too. Oh, I was so happy when it happened." And then Ochako, who's the lady again that she was fighting? Curious, yes. Yeah. That was the one where she looked into Toga's past, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, then you have Ochako charging at, Toga, and it looks like she's shooting something at her, some whips or something.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a rail gun or something. I was like, what is happening? But she's throwing the wires at her.
Yeah.
And then she screams, "Toga!" And then Toga's like, "Whoa," and she dodges it. And then now they're having a mid-air battle, and Toga, she throws her needles at her to try to get Uraraka's blood. And then Uraraka, she gets slammed against like a bunch of stuff in the house, and then I want to say it's like a 60-inch TV gets cracked, which is, I hope that it's not an expensive TV, because TVs are very expensive. And it says, at present, I would never feel happy about dropping a person out of the sky. I mean, what's your point? What are you trying to tell me? And then Toga, she looks at her knife, and then there's a question mark above Uraraka, and then Toga looks down at the ground, and then Uraraka, she just gasps. I'm guessing that Toga got some of her blood, and that's the reason why she's gasping. Because it's like in the last. Oh, go ahead.
Have you not read the chapter yet, Banks?
No, I have.
You're about to find. I think she's looking down, not at the knife.
Yeah, she's looking down. Because on the next page, you see she's holding the little All Might keychain that Deku gave her, and says, "Oh, you dropped this." Because if you go back to page 9, her side compartment is open, and open again, and her toy fell out, and Chaco goes, "Give it back!" That's a really funny panel of her just running away with it.
It's just keep away.
You know what it looks like? You know the meme of that like little kid that's running towards the camera?
What do you have? A knife!
Yeah, like that one, and also like I'll send it to you guys later because I can't describe it properly.
I know exactly what. As soon as you said what it looks like I pictured it. I know exactly what you're talking.
These look great though. And then Toga says, "This is something precious to you, huh?" And Uraraka says, "It sure is." And Toga says, "Well, Jin was like a precious big brother to me. We're the same, Chaco, because I know you like Izuku." Oh man, wow, it's heating up, folks. And she's biting the little toy. And then you get a flashback to the provisional license exams, and she says, "I've always felt that. So Izuku must have given this to you, right? That makes us the same, right?" And Uraraka's thinking, "I can't waste time on her. But when I go at her head on, she just dodges. So instead, let me flip my page. And she has a whole bunch of satellites that she rigged up, which is a really cool move. 0 satellites! I've shut those feelings away!" she yells. "I touched all this stuff when I got knocked down." And Toga says, "Exactly." And does she throw it at them? Oh, whatever. Next page, she goes, "I've also held it in for so long." Which is like me on a road trip.
I know that feeling.
I'm waiting for a laugh there. No, I'm not. I'm joking. Toga also says, "When I was little, I was told to stop being me. But that doesn't work. When you shut your feelings away, it only grows inside." Himiko Toga! If you're gonna live as you please and threaten people, then you also have to live with the consequences! Which is a really cool thing for her to be able to do. It's really nice to see Uraraka get some agency and, not just be I don't know, because it feels like, it feels like her existence is, like, tied to Deku too much.
Yeah, yes. Or, like, she doesn't get the chance to, like, as many highlights. Like, it definitely, like, doesn't focus on her as much, so it's just, like...
I really hope that this means that we're gonna get some more of her, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
I just really wish, like, because we see the, like, 0 satellite, and then she throws them, but it doesn't really, like, cause it's just kind of, like, white beams. Like, it doesn't really feel like Toga's getting hit by, like...
Yeah, we don't really get much of a payoff from that, do we?
Well, it's like she said, like, every time, like, she throws something at her, she just keeps on dodging.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess, though, she's kind of, like, as she's talking, she's kind of beating, like, the wham-whams is kind of the sound effects doing it for us.
Yeah.
But I still kind of wish that, like, I don't know, I'm greedy. I want more Ochako.
The only time Ochako really got some shine was during the UA tournament when she was fighting Bakugo. And, like, other than she really hasn't done anything for real, except like just smearing Deku get stronger.
Yeah, so like this makes me really happy. Like also her kind of like having an opinion or something, and then Toga has a really interesting reaction where she says, "Right, thought so," and you can see like she's tearing up a little bit. And Ochiko's reaction is also really interesting because like honestly, I wasn't expecting this from Toga. And she's like, "Thanks for that, bye-bye!" And then she kind of, like, does a cool flip with her knives, and we don't really know what she was going to do, because I chime in with, "Haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door?" Sorry, whenever there's, like, an abrupt entrance, it makes me think of that. But, Froppy has come, and she, like, kind of hits her a lot. She basically hits the knife out of her hand with her tongue. And, like, yelling with her tongue out, "Blind Hookah here!"
yeah, you know what? I never realized that's what that would sound like.
But she's using her warrior spirit, like Zoro, to talk with something in her mouth. And Toga says, "Hi, Suyu." And Suyu says, "Didn't I tell you not to call me that?" And then we get a da-dum. And that's hard to tell what is happening. The sound effect is attacking them. But it's because Toga has run out, basically rattled her way out. Like if you take, I guess it's kind of like you take your eyes off of her, and then she vanishes, because she's done that before.
Toga yelled out, "Hey, it's Frankenstein."
I don't know if that made it onto the podcast, though. Okay, and we get a little bit of a crackle of the TV behind, and Sue says, "She's gone. She might be aiming for our blind spots. Let's stand back to back." It would have been so cool. It would have been like, dun, 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 dun. But Ochiko's like, no, she ran away. And we kind of get that TV talking again, and it's saying, "Won't stop. The giant villain getting bigger. Won't stop. We're losing live feed. Airwaves are..." Toga's thinking, "Ochiko, since we like the same boy, I thought maybe we could confide in each other about love and have a sleepover." And I when I first read it, I didn't realize, but she did leave the All Might figure, or All Might plushie behind.
Yes.
And saying, "I'm going back to the League. My confusion's all cleared away." And Ochiko's like, she was crying. So like, I think she's kind of like realizing something. Like, I don't even, it's very oddly interesting. And, then we get, I almost called him Gran Torino, Gigantomachia, barreling through, and we see everyone turn, and first is Shigaraki just shooting off all of his, kind of cyber wires, and luckily Najiri didn't get hit. Oh, but there's also ice everywhere as well, so it's kind of just like chaos right now, pretty much. But what everyone is turned to look at is not Shiggy. Or no, maybe after that they react. Oh no, sorry. I think you can see in the background. Where is he? Gigantomachia.
Yeah, he's like right in the center of that.
He's on his way.
Yeah, he looks like a Digimon.
He does.
Yeah, but
Gigantomon.
He's chiming in, cause he's going rah! And, Todoroki's mad. I thought that, like, okay, Dabi is, like, looking with one hand, but I thought he was doing, like, the rectangle with your fingers thing at first. He was like, perfect camera shot. And I was like, okay, Dabi.
I do love that his pose is just like,
Yeah, where is he? Is Stevie still on Gigantomachia?
Oh, yeah, I think they're all still in, like, one of his many, many crevices.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because I was thinking back of when Toga left, like, where they were. We get very bloody Deku. He mad. Endeavor is also mad. Is like, I don't know, Endeavor needs like a nap, but also he doesn't get to nap. He's an asshole. I like that Najiri's in this
He's
spread.
Trying. Hey, you know what? He's trying.
He's covered in blood.
He's trying his best.
Yes, Najiri's like, Ida, we cannot see his face. He's a traitor. And then Shiggy, not being able to see his eyes makes me scared that he, like, maybe all for one took control.
Oh, that's true.
He looks like a zombie.
Yeah, he looks very
he ain't looking
creepy.
too great.
But I think, like, when I first read it, I didn't see Gigantomachia in the background, so I thought he stood, like, far away. but he's close. Like, this is basically a clusterfuck.
It's forced perspective, like the Lord of the Rings movies.
What's gonna happen next, for real?
Yeah, and luckily it's not a break next week, but let's go back to the start of the order. Gary, what are your thoughts on the chapter?
I enjoyed it. It was kind of like, I was expecting it to be more of the Ochako and Toga interaction, and I feel like I feel like we got enough of that. Like, there was still a good chunk of the chapter about that, but I was kind of, it feels like this arc keeps jumping from one place to another, and then we got like another little direction it was going, and then it kind of changes to Najiri and Ida all of a sudden, you know what I mean? But I like that part. I feel like Ochako actually got something to do, and it felt somewhat fulfilling, even though it wasn't super long, and it feels like it's not going to continue till like later. I also like what you were talking about too, is like what she was realizing. It's really unclear, like Toga, like what her reaction actually is here, even though she says that I thought we could like have girl talk basically, and she doesn't really know what the bonding experience is. But I do like how she said, like, she was told, stop being me, and so she feels like you need to be yourself, and yet Ochako is like the opposite. You need to kind of like bottle things inside, and in this instant, yes, like going around murdering people, you do need to bottle that. But like, she doesn't view it that way. She feels that, like, she views that as like her feelings, like equally. You know what I mean? So I like that. She's such a tragic character, and it's sad because it's like she feels like like her life experience is what being a girl is like. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But it a little bit because she's murderous.
But I think she also realizes that a little bit, that it's not normal. Like, cause she says, like, so that it's kind of like, I guess her kind of like realize it, like, I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, like why she was getting tearful, like, but it could also be that she just wanted to like relate to Ochako, and the fact that she couldn't, maybe she felt like, okay, maybe we're not friends after all, kind of thing.
I think a lot of it also has to do with she is like right in the middle of processing Twice's death still, and that is probably why she went to go see her, because she wants to find something that's like not the word like not like reliable, you know, but so this is somebody who in her like twisted mind does think that this is a friend. So like, you know, going through like this huge grief, like you want to be with friends, because I think like in her brain, like her family is the League, but I think that she does think that like Sue and her and Ochako are her friends, so she's trying to go and get that perspective of it.
I think to the point where she says like that makes us the same, right? Because we both like Izuku, and the fact that she doesn't agree with her, or she's kind of actively saying we're not the same, then she can't relate. She feels like there's somebody that she can relate to, and then realizing that she can't. And she just has her own unique experience, and not having somebody that feels the same way you do is kind of a hard thing to deal with. I don't know, that's kind of part of it too, I'm guessing, because she kind of expressly states that. So, okay, so then the last part with Gigantomachia, that's kind of exciting, because the whole time you know he's like going there, and that he's not going to be stopped, and it's like we're finally getting there. So we'll see how things change. My kind of prediction is that he's going to just pick up the kid from daycare and then leave so that he can, well, the kid being Shiggy, and then just like leave, and so they can regroup. There's not going to be, I don't feel like there's a lot anyone can do about him, because they've tried and everyone's really weak right now.
I think he's going to fall asleep. He's gonna fall
Yeah,
asleep
he is.
soon. Like, why would they put so much focus on them hitting him with that if it's not gonna pay off eventually?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen at a time when we all, like, forget about it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's about all I have to say. Other than the, like, twin shark surfers are, like, the best thing that's ever happened.
Okay, so this is the chapter that I was really waiting to see, and it was worth the wait because we got a total of 19 pages, so I was really hyped about that because I want to say the previous chapters, like, they were just 16 or 17 pages, and I believe the last time we had did an episode, I said that, like, because we're going to be waiting for 2 weeks, that we better get more content, which we did. I'm happy that the fight between Ochiko and Toga was long and it wasn't rushed, and they had some very good dialogue between the both of them. And like I had said earlier about, like, with Ochiko not really having a lot of screen time when it comes to just herself. Like, she's always a support character and doing stuff with other characters and being Deku's love interest, but she's never had, like, a moment where she's just fighting somebody one-on-one. So I really did like that. And I feel like the reason why Toga is the way that she is because she's never been loved. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to Uraraka and Midoriya, she sees the love that they have for each other, and I feel like she wants that love because when you think about, like, her past, she did love the boy. I correct me if I'm wrong. I know she had a crush on somebody that she went to school with, and she injured them, and, like, she was trying to show that person love, but her form of love is like hurting people. You know what I'm saying? Because she's messed up in the head. And I just feel like she doesn't know what true love is, and she wants a love like Midoriya and Ochiko. And then it just made me think, a second ago that most of these villains in this series, not all of them, but most of them, they have these tragic backstories when it comes to their family. Like, when you look at, like, Shigaraki, like, his dad abused him, Toga, her parents disowned her. Even going to Gentle Criminal, he wanted to be a hero. His parents disowned him. So a lot of the villains in this series, it's like they have some messed up parents. Like, they don't know what it feels like to have a support system, a good support system, and a family that actually loves you. Like, all of the parents have been, well, not all the parents, because Shigaraki's, his mom and them, like, they were fine. It was just his dad that was an asshole. So, I just think that Toga, she just wants love. She wants to be accepted. And right now she just has friends. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
I want to argue that, like, the League is the strongest example of the found family, like, in this series. Because they, they all come from these backstories, these tragic backstories, where there is, like, no familiar, like, love or anything like that. But, like, when you look at them and their whole dynamic together, like, they're a really tight-knit, like, group. They clearly all love each other, even if they show it in, like,
Dabby.
Like, yeah, that's ways. I don't know, because Dabby killed, twice.
Oh man, did I completely forget about that?
Did he kill him, or he, like, kind of? I think
yeah,
all right, well, let's take Dabby out of that equation.
But I think Dabby definitely is, like,
else.
yeah.
Because Dabby is, like, the wild card in that. But when you look at, like, everybody else, like, I feel like like, when Big Sis got killed, they all, like, were ready to like fight for it. And you don't see, like, too many, like, villain groups that go into that.
Yeah, and then, when Spinner, like, when he gave, like, that heart-to-heart with Toga in the last chapter, because he was just like, I cared about twice too. So, yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that there are some members in this group. And, like, I'm mad I forgot his name, Mr. Compressed, because he's like the father figure of the League of Villains, So, yeah, I can definitely see that. They do have, like, a family.
Kurogiri was, maybe.
Well, Kurogiri was like their babysitter.
Yes.
Yes, I can say that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to, I guess you got to take like Dabi out of that equation. I think it's my turn right now.
Yeah,
anyway.
Mike, go tell us more.
Oh yeah, cool. I don't know. I think that it's a good chapter, and I want to say, like, I think this whole arc has been really good. And like, I don't think that there has been like any, and I think I need to reread as well, but I don't think there really has been any like bad chapters. But this one wasn't doing it too much for me personally. I still liked it a lot. I just think that it was it's a really good mix of like setup and action going on. But I'm kind of also in the same vein of like when are we gonna get to the fireworks factory? You know, like I just want to see payoff to this Makia just like running around town for like what feels like a whole year like now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it seems like we're gonna get that payoff pretty soon. But I feel like whenever I'm like reading this too, it's just like, all right, come on, let's go. I want to see it. And I think we did get that a lot in this one. I think that it was you got a lot of really cool exploration with Uraraka and Toga. And I'm happy that Ida's finally doing something, it seems.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah, you know what? I take it back. This is a good chapter. I had a good time. I feel like my brain's all over the place today, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Just to let you know, you're doing a good job.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Welcome. And even though you can't see me and I'm not in front of you, I'm doing the Ida right now where I'm using my whole hand and I'm pointing at you. So yeah, you're doing a good job. I don't know. I've been doing that a lot. Like I've been doing the Ida hand point. It's just something cool about it. But one last thing I forgot to say when I was doing my part. I believe it was Gary who had said something about Gigantomachia getting shot with the darts and whatnot. Was it Gary or was it you, Mike, that had said something?
I was definitely talking about it earlier. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
I think he swallowed the sleepy drugs.
Right.
Okay, so what I think is going to happen is I'm thinking that person that we saw on the helicopter in the last chapter, I still think that that's going to be Best Jeanist. And I'm thinking that he's going to use all of his gene quirk ability to string Gigantomachia up. Like there's just going to be a bunch of threads that come out of everywhere, and he's just going to hold him up in the air, and then he's going to fall asleep. That's what I think is going to happen.
You get into that.
Ooh.
I think that they've been doing a pretty good job of sprinkling things throughout this arc that are like, okay, here's a setup. When's that going to pay off? I don't know, but it's, I hope it does.
I would definitely agree, though. I feel like if they did try to do maybe a bit too much in this chapter. Like, I would almost rather it have been all Ochiko and Toga. Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
Just because, like, getting to see Ida being like, oh, I'm running there because my friends are there. I don't know. I don't need to see that. Like, it kind of ruins the surprise of him popping up there.
Yeah, they definitely could have done it.
And he didn't even do anything.
He shows up, like, at the end. And it's like, Ida, why did you come out here? And it's like, you did this for me, all that, like. But do you think Ida would say that, like, to them?
No, but
yeah.
I think he could have just did a flashback, like, when he showed up there. Kind of like Todoroki, when he showed up, it was a surprise when he showed up. So, yeah, like, I think it would have been a surprise if Ida would have showed up, because Ida is somebody, too, who really hasn't had a lot of screen time since the fight with Stain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I feel like the last cool thing we got from Ida was he did something cool during joint training, I think.
Oh, yeah, when him and Aoyama, when they were doing the licensing exam. I think that was like the last cool thing, because remember Aoyama was like, go ahead and leave me, and then he shot the beam up in his
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing that he really did for real.
Man, I gotta reread the series.
I had to step away for a second. What was it like? Basically, like, it's nice for Ida to kind of get a moment, basically.
Yeah, it's cool to see him have, like, something to do. Like, it felt like he was this character that was gonna be, like, bigger than he ended up being. And it's nice to see that, like, oh no, we didn't forget about you. He's still here.
Yeah, and it kind of would have been maybe a bit too much of, like, felt too ass-pully to be like, oh, and now he shows up again, too, but instead it's like, okay, he's coming. So it makes sense. I'm just, like, a little bit annoyed. Shigaraki is especially creepy, and I really like kind of the spider, like, cyber wires.
Yeah.
Nejire getting to do something makes me happy. I want her to fuck Shigaraki up, but I feel like she's, like, gonna be out of commission fairly fast. But I really want her to just be like, you fucked with my dragon lady, so screw
let her
you.
get the killing blow. This is her story.
Yes. Okay, the Toga Ochiko stuff's really interesting, because I wonder, like, I thought that Toga would be angry. And I guess it's kind of up to interpretation of whether or not, when she says, okay, bye, if she was going to, like, just flat out kill Ochiko there, or try to.
I mean, that's the thing with Toga, like, you can't get a read on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the one, like, I'm gonna go a little bit conspiracy here, but it's interesting that right before Ochiko says, I would never feel happy about dropping someone in the sky, the TV says, at present. So I'm like, is that maybe, like, Ochiko is going to flip or something, or something's going to go very wrong with Ochiko, like, if something happens to Deku, or if, like, another hero dies in her arms, that she might, like, be mad enough at a villain to do that.
I think the TV was just, just order.
Yeah. But
Like,
that's just,
that's not bad for, like, environmental, like, storytelling, though.
Mm-hmm. Because at first, I thought that was a mirror, and I was like, oh, they're parallels of each other, but then I'm like, no, the TV's the thing that's, like, doing the announcement. It is interesting that, because Toga kind of gets two confirmations. One, that Ochiko doesn't want to kill people with her quirk, and two, that she wants villains to face consequences, because she wanted to know if Ochiko thought that, like, villains were people, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't know. I kind of wish that Toga had taken the doll, because I think that would have been interesting. Because it's also interesting when she talks about Jin, and Ochiko doesn't know Jin is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably just like, why is she talking about this? So, I don't know, it's all very interesting. I'm really happy Ochiko gets to do stuff. I do think, like, the Zero Satellite thing was really cool. I just wish it was maybe, like, a little bit longer. I don't know. I think, like, it's kind of like another plot thread that's gonna get carried on for later. I don't know. I'm just very curious on where we're gonna go with Ochiko, because she wants to save heroes.
Yeah.
But Toga is, I want to say, very, like, she's messed up. Kind of her being aware of that and kind of being like, makes me just wonder, I don't know if there's gonna be, like, redemption for Toga.
I almost don't want it.
Yeah, I like her being batshit.
I like the idea of, like, Uraraka, like, saving her in, like, some capacity, like, like being a hero that saves everyone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Again, to be like Deku. But I don't think that, Toga should get a redemption. I'm not, at least at this point, I'm not in that camp.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just thinking about something. I don't think Toga has ever killed anybody, because it's like she didn't kill Cam. I'm pretty sure that she didn't kill the old lady. I know that Ochiko had said something about that in the last chapter, and Toga never admitted to whether she killed the old lady or not. So I don't mind Toga, like, you know, just walking away from being a villain, if that's her type of redemption. But I don't want her having some sort of redemption where it's like she becomes a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just needs to walk away from everything. Cause like I said again, like, I just think that she just wants to know what real love is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wants a family. Like, she wants friendship. That's all she wants. I hope that she gets it.
That's what I find interesting, is that she, like, loved Dabi, like, as a brother, and also they kind of, like, Dabi would kind of have these kind of, like, joke husband and wife things, or I think they had a few gags about that, but, like, she wasn't going around being like, I need to suck your blood. I think I said Dabi instead of
twice.
But,
okay.
Yeah, but I think, like, it's just, I don't know, I think, like, that was, like, the healthiest relationship she had was with Twice.
Yes.
And now she kind of lost that,
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, so it's just
It's really
sad.
sad.
And I think,
she's
like...
a sad character.
And I think she kind of was going to Ochiko, and then she just kind of, like... We don't really know how she feels, but I'm also just going, like, wondering about, like, we kind of have the repressing your emotions versus just let them out when it's, like, there's the medium of, like, trying to balance it, or also just kind of, like, your true self isn't, like, a concrete thing. I think it's something that I kind of struggled with a little bit, is that it can, like, change or be, like, different aspects of you at different times. I might be just talking gibberish right now, but I don't know. I find Toga interesting. I hope she doesn't just, like, die, but, like, I don't know, I don't know. I worry about Toga.
I do want to clarify that Toga, when we first were introduced to her, she, like, killed a security guard. In, like, the school or something like that. And then, like, with Curious, not only did she kill Curious, she killed, like, all of her accomplices when they were all trying to beat her up.
Oh, yeah.
So she's definitely killed.
That's arguably self-defense. But, yeah, and I'm pretty sure she almost killed the guy she sucked the blood of. And I think Curious also talked about, like, knife attacks or something. But I can't really remember enough about... So yeah, Toga is definitely very fucked up, but I also kind of want a Shigaraki redemption as well, and Shigaraki's killed more people.
Feels like they're leaning more into the idea of doing a Shigaraki redemption than like anybody else.
Yeah.
Just because of how much you get to see, like, it's small, but you get to see his, like, human side a lot recently.
Yes.
And you can see that he is being, like, manipulated pretty badly.
Yeah. I do wonder if, like, and Toga isn't. That is interesting.
Yeah.
That, like, Toga is just doing whatever the hell she wants. Well, Shigaraki was kind of like, is kind of doing, he's like trying to do what he wants, but it's also like he's getting controlled. And like what he also wants isn't the best either. I'm just like trying to think, like, even if Ochiko, let's say, had been like, oh yes, we are in love with the same person, let's be besties, what would Toga have done? Like, would she just have, like, dropped the villains and been like, okay, Ochiko, we're besties now?
Maybe. Like, I mean, it's possible that she probably would have seen that as Uraraka, like, switching sides, too. Yeah.
Because at first when I read it, I was thinking that she was interpreting as Ochiko saying, like, I'm gonna kill you. But since, like, she did say the thing of, like, not wanting to kill people with her quirk wouldn't make her happy, that I think it kind of confirms that what she thought, that she knew that Ochiko, like, isn't like, I'm just killing people for sport, or killing people. I guess that's not fair to Hawks. Not killing people because, like, I just enjoy killing, and then, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna move on, because it's very interesting, but it's very much, like, we don't know what either person is, like, really thinking, because I think Ochiko maybe is just confused the hell, is very confused right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe, like, kind of seeing, like, a bit of the girl behind Toga, and not just, like, the girl who just says, like, the weirdest shit possible. Tsuyu showing up makes me happy. I kind of wish there'd been, like, a little bit more. But, why did Toga run? But I guess it's because she's, like, she doesn't need their blood. She's just like, okay, screw it, I'm going, I don't care. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's probably because she got her answer from, Ochiko. You know, she saw the type of person that Ochiko is, and that she's not a hero that would ever use her powers to hurt somebody severely, if that makes any sense. Like, she would just use her powers just to take people out, just to take them out so they could be arrested. And like Ochiko, she's had really good character development and growth from when she first entered and was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it does feel like her motives have become a little bit more fleshed out.
I really like that she just wanted money. It made me think of Leario. But
it's such like a real thing.
I kind of want that to come back into play a little bit, which is why I want her to be the traitor.
I think that would have more emotional, pull than one of the other nobodies we've been talking about. It wouldn't make any sense,
though, especially with this scene, unless, like, Toga doesn't know and only, like, I feel like only All For One knows who the traitor is, basically. Like, I don't think the League knows. Maybe.
I really hope that there's a
But
traitor.
who knows? But they run off, and also like Gigantomachia showing up is interesting. But there's like so many people here. I'm just like, this is just a clusterfuck. Like, what's even going to happen?
Part of me feels like that's why they had Ida and Najiri like come by, so that they could have more people to, because when the League comes off of that back, like Bakugo's out. He's knocked out. You gotta have your fighters set up.
Ooh, oh yeah, the best argument for Bakugo being unconscious, that he isn't in that spread reacting.
I think we'll definitely have him like wake up in a few chapters and jump in, but
I'm surprised.
I want to see Ida kick somebody.
Yeah, I want to say like for the last spread, I kind of was like everyone is angry, but like the blood is really cool, like the different angles on everyone, and just like how Dabi is just like kind of very relaxed, almost very smug.
Yeah, there's a lot of personality in it.
Gigantomachia is just like, he also has no pupils. I don't know if he ever had them. But his like weird face just annoys me. Because I'm just like, what the fuck is with this weird visor? The teeth, like how much is him, how much isn't? I love that visor.
Now,
weird.
I think that's cool. I just thought about something because Rocklock is still there as well. Now, can his quirk, can he only use it on inanimate objects?
Yes.
Okay, alright, so never mind. I was thinking that he would be able to use it on Gigantomachia and stop him in his tracks. So yeah.
I just hope that Manual washes some of the blood off of everybody.
Oh god.
Cleans them up a little bit.
Just give him the old clean. But is there anything else we wanted to say for this chapter?
I think we said everything.
I'll tell you what, this chapter has some of the best Uraraka faces.
Yes.
Like in the series. They're so good. Like the expression work has gotten so good. And it's always been like really good, but lately it's just been on fire. Like check out page 10. No, page 11. Well, actually page 10 and 11. Like both of those are just like off the chart for me.
Like it definitely like, and kind of just the emotion in the face, but also not quite knowing what that emotion is. Yes. I think it's a really nice touch as well. Like it definitely, I would definitely agree. It feels like it's another level to the art.
He's getting a lot of mileage out of it, like for sure.
And I also like the fact that Ochiko's hair looks better now. I don't know, but like there was just always something about like the front of her hair being like at a certain length, and then the back of her hair was long, but like now it looks like it is all at the same length, and I just really like that. I don't know. It's not really that important, but it's just something that I've always noticed.
I think it looks great. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And now we do have 2 emails. We got a recent reply saying from Kevin Duane. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong, but that is a 10 for me. But they're at KDUAYAN. And it says, another satisfying chapter. Nice. Toga versus Uraraka was cut short. I want to see more. Same. It's a 3.8762 out of 5 for me. That's not pi, so that's a very specific number. So, with the League joining the fray along with some UA students, which matchup would you like to see? Todoroki versus Dabi is a given. And the image below is to grab attention, and it's the MASH Lee guy punching someone wearing, like, a crown of thorns. So I'm like, why is he punching Jesus? What's happening? But, what are you guys saying?
I know what I want to see.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I want to see Spinner versus Ida. I don't know why. I just feel like they are gonna vibe really well together, and they're gonna play off of each other, and there's gonna be really good like writing with them. I don't know. I can't explain it. I just think that they both have these personalities that are like they shouldn't go together, but I feel like they really will. And especially, I feel like we don't see enough of Spinner's like fighting style, so I want to see some of that. I'm a big Spinner fan, guys. I don't know if I've ever told you that.
You gotta do it for Sophie.
Are they also a big Spinner fan? A big Spinnerhead, yes. We call each other.
Yeah, Sophie's a Spinnerhead.
Well, I'm glad that there's more of us.
I guess my contribution, I would love to see Compress versus Bakugo. And
God damn, you stole my...
Well, you gotta be faster.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him use his own blast against him. That would be really cool. And then plus there is callback there with him catching him in one of his little compression balls.
Did you read my mind? Like, I was gonna say the exact same thing, man.
Great minds think like me, Banks. That's all.
God. So does that mean that you hate Coda too?
No comment. It's like we're Toga and Ochako right now, and you're like, oh, you hate Coda too?
Do you have any backups? Thanks.
Oh God. Hold on, I gotta think now. Yeah, cause like Gary said everything that exactly like I was gonna say. Who else is there gonna be there? Dobby's gonna be there. Yeah, like I said, Dobby and Todoroki's gonna be one. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with Compress and Bakugo just for the fact that Compress, he sealed Bakugo in the little ball, and I'm sure Bakugo would want to get revenge for getting sealed in somebody's balls. So yeah, I'm going with that.
I do want to add
Bakugo is stored in the balls. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I want to add to, like, I don't think it's going to happen here, but I really like for the Todoroki and Dobby fight to include Geten. So we can have 2 people with fire and ice versus 1, and see Todoroki triumphs it. But I think that's going to be something we see later. I really hope we see that, though.
For a really long time, I was convinced that Geten was Endeavor's kid and not Dobby. And like I know it's not, but I really want it to be.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I still want that. I would prefer that. I think that would be more surprising, and it would be also then we get to learn a little bit more about Genten.
I liked my silly theory that it was Todoroki's mom.
That's not bad. That's funny.
But who would I want to fight each other? I guess I'm kind of thinking Does someone say Spinner and Ida already?
I did.
You did, yeah. Because that I think they're like, it might be a little bit of interesting dynamic. I'm trying to think.
Like, who would I pick?
I also feel like they're, and I hate to say this, but I feel like they're the lowest level of the groups.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking Najiri, too. Like, who would you pit her against, if anyone?
Shigaraki!
Shiggy, yeah.
But I feel like Ida is going to leave. Like, I don't think he's going to fight anybody. I think he's just going to run. Like, because, like, first save people. That's the rule he kind of learned for heroes.
He's probably going to get everybody out of there. That needs to be taken out.
Yeah, so I wonder if he might take Deku out. Deku's like, no, don't! And Shigaraki's like chasing him, so there's kind of like a line of people chasing each other.
Who do you think that he would take first? Would he take Deku? Would he take Bakugo? Would he take Gran Torino? Or would he take Aizawa?
I think he would take Aizawa and possibly like Gran Torino, because Deku's not going to go with him. That's just, there's no way he's going to go with him. And I feel like Bakugo he might take with him, and then he'll wake up and like go back.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to grab Bakugo by the foot and like drag him all the way to safety.
Because I feel like Eraser is the most injured, and Gran Torino. But I wonder if like Endeavor wakes. Oh my God! If Eraser wakes up, he'll want to be like, I want to stop his quirks again. But sorry, Gary, go ahead.
I also want to add like Dragon and Machia. I really want to see either Ida or Midoriya. More likely Ida though, to like Shadow of the Colossus him. Just like the whole chapter of him like climbing up Dragon and Machia.
I guess my problem might be I don't really care. Like about who fights who. That's I'm not really invested enough in the League. I do care about them, but besides like Todoroki and Dabi, which is more just fan theory more than him actually like besides like saying his name and like kind of having a bit of interaction with Endeavor. is kind of like, yeah, maybe he'll fight both the Todorokis. But other than that, like, Nijiri doesn't know anybody here. Like, I love her and I want to see more of her, but she's just kind of like,
well,
I don't know.
she's there for Ryukyu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's why I really want her to just get really mad about that. So, like, I don't know, but, like, it's like, gonna be, like, I don't know. Because even this, like, I need another shot to remind me who is all nearby.
Yeah, it's an interesting, like, setup of people.
Because, like, I know we saw Coda kind of recently.
Oh my god.
But I don't know, and I wonder, do you think Ochiko is going to get involved with this fight as well and see Toga again? Or maybe not? Like, I don't know. Who knows what'll happen next? I kind of hope it cuts away and goes back to Class B. Because I'm just like, I need to calm down.
I want Ochiko to take on Gigantomachia and like make him float like to the moon or something like that.
Yes, that is the solution I propose like every episode. But I don't think she could lift him is the problem.
I don't think so either.
Because she has like kind of she can just puke up her guts and send him to the I don't know. But we did have one more question. It was actually from the same person.
Nice.
But this is actually from last week. They were wondering, who would you like to see hero or villain in Vigilantes? And, his would be, the other teachers in UA. So Snipes, Cementos, and Powerloader, to name some. So kind of who do you want to see, like, the younger version of them?
Cementos.
Yes, younger Cementos.
He's my favorite teacher, yeah. Let him have a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he already did it recently, but I want to see him learning how to mix cement.
Mm-hmm.
My choice would be Vlad King. I really like him.
Oh hell yeah!
It doesn't have to be a teacher, for the record. It's just heroes or villains.
But I do.
No, that's a really good one. That's
a
rad.
good one.
I wish we got more on Vlad King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I really haven't read Vigilante, so I don't want to say somebody that has appeared.
Well, you can, or just who would you want to see?
You can say.
Oh, okay. Who would I like to see a younger version of? I would like to see a younger version of Stain. Stain, yeah.
Ooh, buddy, you gotta read Vigilantes. You're gonna love it.
So he's already made an appearance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. See, I thought that I was thinking out of the box and I wasn't.
Well, here's the thing. I am a huge, champion for Vigilantes, and I really want everybody to read it. It's so good. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I definitely need to make time for it. Cause I know, like, right now I'm reading, Stone Ocean, and, so I'll definitely make some time for it.
Nice.
I think for me, the villain I would want to see is kind of Compress, just because I want to see his face. And, like, I wonder if he was, like, actually a magician or something.
Yeah, get his, like, theatrical career.
But I'm just trying to think of, like, how old he would be. And who else would I want to see? Have we seen Present Mike? I know we saw him in, like, you see him
in the flashbacks, I believe.
I'm trying to think who else.
I want to see a younger version of Gary.
Yeah, I want to see Tokayami's egg.
Yes. Yeah, because didn't we see Deku in, like, the first chapter or something?
I think you do see him pretty early on.
Yeah. So, I can't really think, even though I had, like, a week to prepare for this.
Oh, you know who I want to see? I would like to see Gentle Criminal.
Ooh, yes. That would be cool.
Let's get more of him always. Let me call up Jay and we could talk about him for...
That's what I was thinking. I was like, for Jay. It would be very funny if somehow we got the traitor reveal in Vigilantes, like going all the way back then. It looks like we are going to get some more All for One.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Shiggy. That would be interesting.
Oh, interesting.
See him as
teenage.
Yeah.
Teenage Shigaraki. So kind of, but like, starting out based like I don't know, that would be interesting as like training, I guess. Would be kind of
I don't know.
What about Dobby?
Like
He got the burns on his face.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, Todoroki? Oh, Dobby. Which one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Dobby.
Ooh, that would be interesting, because I wonder if that would, around that time, is that when Toya died, disappeared?
Probably.
Yeah.
Man,
when...
could you imagine if they, like, closed up that thread in Vigilantes instead of the main series? How mad people would be.
People would be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think, I would want to maybe see Aoyama, because I want to see his house life a little bit, and, like, where's he from? Like, what's
That
his
is interesting, too, because there are all those theories about, like, Aoyama, not... What was the theory? Like, that his quirk is stolen?
Yeah. And
so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
It turns out the belt is also, like, inherited quirks. Like, you just pass it on. Eat my navel lint. Yeah. Navel. But, yeah, I don't know. The lesson is read Vigilantes, so that way the breaks aren't as rough, because you can just read Vigilantes. Basically, I need to reread everything.
Yeah, same.
This arc. And also, like, the Villain Academia arc. But maybe I can wait for the anime. We'll see. But that might be a good spot to close it out, or is there any other parting thoughts you guys just occurred to you guys?
I'm concerned about how they're gonna do, My Villain Academia. And also, like, same with how are they gonna do a lot of the stuff from this arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just cause it's
I feel like we're gonna get heavy censorship.
Yeah, cause, like, as mentioned in this chapter, Toga flat out murdered a woman.
Yeah.
By picking her up and dropping her, using the heroine's power. So Ochiko could do.
I hope they don't try to, like, censor it too much.
They'll make it like Wile E. Coyote or something.
She's gonna fall and hold up a sign that says "Yikes."
Time My Hero airs that, because I know some anime airs really late at night, so if they can just like change the time slot and like just be like, okay, let's just go brutal. I don't know, because like One Piece has managed to do some brutal stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Just call up 4Kids; they can dub it.
Oh God! Stop! Oh my God!
I was really close to. I was on eBay the other day, just looking at One Piece shit because I'm obsessed right now, and I found like a bunch of the 4Kids DVDs, and I almost bought them. I came very, very close.
I have some of them because I got them really cheap at like a store that was closing.
Just gonna live vicariously through Steve.
I will say that the 4Kids One Piece intro that goes hard.
God.
Yes, I need a 4Kids My Hero intro. But if
oh my God!
You would just name all their quirks. I feel like
dreaming, don't give it up. Deku dreaming, give it up. Bakugo dreaming, don't give it up. Ochiko dreaming, give it up, give it up, give it up.
It's just gonna list all of Class 1A, and it's like Ochiko with her floating thing.
They're gonna change his name to like James Midoriya.
Oh my God.
We need a My Hero Academia rap or something.
Yes, get on that fan artist, do some raps.
Okay, I will.
But
I'll put something together and then I'll do the whole rap on the next episode of Dragon Ball.
Yes, tune in. You just gotta do like plus ultra in the background. And then like, then you just go. The background is Tetsu Tetsu. You just say Tetsu Tetsu Tetsu. That's the beat. Tetsu 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 Tetsu. Yes, that's what I've decided. I'm going to remix this episode. Every Tetsu Tetsu. I'm not going to do that. It'd take too much time. I also do not have the technical abilities to create any kind of music that is outside of my skill level. So let's round it out. Gary, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Wrath of Giraffe. And I also want to shout out for James that I'm also on the Kicking Stones podcast, which you can find on Twitter at Dr. Stone Pod, and also Weeb Jammin'. That's another one of his that I'm part of. And you can find that on Twitter at Jam and Weeb.
Nice. And Banks, where can we find you?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook by typing in Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person that pops up. If not, I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. And then you can check out my podcast, Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks, at Leveling Up Banks. And that is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah.
Awesome. And Mike, where can we find you?
You could follow me on twitter.com at Patten Pending. That's Patten Pending. And then on Instagram, it's Patten_Pending. Because somebody else has the Patten Pending on Instagram. And, I don't know, they seem cool. They do a lot of, like, dirt bike stuff. But, yeah, you can see some stuff that I've worked on, if you have Hulu, you can watch Crossing Swords. I did boards on that. If you have Netflix, you can watch The Chef Show. I did boards on that. And a bunch of, oh, you know what? We just announced it. Keep your hats peeled. Wait, keep your eyes peeled and your hats on for, Marvel's MODOK is gonna be on Hulu sometime next year. I did storyboard revisions and some storyboarding on it, and it's a really cool show. I got laid off last week, so if you know anybody looking for storyboard artists, hey, I'm available.
Oh, MODOK is a scary head.
Oh, dude, MODOK rules.
Oh, yeah.
This show is so good. Like, it is one of the best things I've ever worked on.
Is he a villain or a good guy?
What does it stand for again? Back.
Mental organism designed only for killing. Yeah. There's a lot of acronym jokes in the show.
Mental, mobile, mechanized.
It's a cool show.
Picture Harley Quinn, but with Marvel characters. That's what the MODOK show looks like.
Yeah, it's very much in that vein of stuff like that. Patton Oswalt wrote writing on it. He's also the voice of MODOK. I think he EP'd it as well. But the episode that he wrote specifically, in my opinion, is like the best episode of the series, and it's so like funny and like heartwarming. It's a really like that's the thing with the show is like they're able to like get a lot of emotion out of it. So definitely check it out.
That's very cool.
I think you guys are gonna.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, and it's on Hulu.
Yeah, it'll be on Hulu sometime next year. I think they just wrapped on animating, so that's good. Well, I don't think that they wrapped on it, but they're almost done animating, I think. Don't quote me on any of that.
Quoting!
No!
No, okay.
That's the episode.
Anyways, that's very, very cool. Also, check it out and maybe hire him for your storyboarding stuff.
Yeah, I need a new job.
Yeah, sorry. But you can follow me on Twitter at Sniper of My Heart, and I am on another podcast where I talk about Haikyuu. You can follow that on Twitter at Haikyuu Pod. And for the podcast, in case you're a new listener, you can follow us on Twitter at MHAPod. You can also email us at myheropod@gmail.com, and you can visit our website at www.mhapod.com. And now I'm going to be annoying. But I just want to say to listeners, please vote. Would be my ask. But I would just say, take care, everyone. It's a rough world out there. I would say, if you can, donate. I've definitely pushed the Okra project a little bit, but I would also just say, like, look into donating food or just, like, movements near you or what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And also just, I don't know, I think it's just cool that, like, we kind of connect with, like, people. Like, I'm a Canadian, so, like, I can connect people, like, through the love of my hero from, like, all over the world. So, yay for that. Take care, everybody, and I don't know, look out for each other. But, I need to think of a good segue. What did I write down?
Something about, keeping your stuffed dolls away from somebody or something.
Yeah. Don't let Toga play with your dolls. Go beyond! That was so loud, I almost like broke the mic.
Yeah,
sorry, guys, I'm deaf. What did you say?
I'm sorry.
My hero Academy, so try. Manga, anime, news and more. So try.